Today I'm going to show you how to clean your intake valves on direct injection cars. On direct injection cars, the injector shoots gas straight into the cylinders, whereas port injection shoots the gas over the intake ports, over the valves into the pistons. So direct injection valves usually get carbon buildup. You can also do this on port injection cars, but it really shouldn't have too much carbon buildup, so it shouldn't really be a worry. I'm going to show you on a 2007 Pontiac Solstice GXP. However, this process should work on any car. First, I'm going to show you how to remove the intake manifold right here. If you're doing it on a different car, you can just skip ahead to where I start cleaning the valves. But we'll go through this. So first, I'm going to remove everything that's connected to it. So this piece I'm going to take off here. Pretty much all these hoses have to come off, and yeah, so we'll take these off and then I'll show you what to do. Okay, so I pulled everything off. Pulled off the sensor that was here, this hose, the map sensor, the this piece right here from the fuel line. This is a 17 millimeter. I got all these off. There's two nuts at the top. It's hard to see and a lot of people forget about this one, but got some light. Down under that this black tube right here, you can see that there's a screw hole that's holding a bracket that's holding the manifold. So right there you can see it pretty good. That has to come out. I used wobble extensions and I was able to get it. There's a screw here. You could either pull out this whole line, or what I did, I just pushed it to the side like this when I'm going to pull it out, and you can push it right over. But the way I'm going to take it out, I don't even have to pull this out. There's also a screw right here on this bracket on the side, so that's the most common missed ones. Now you can see it's pretty loose, but that bracket down there is holding it, and I'm in my garage, it's pretty tight and I can't really lift the car right now, so I'm gonna get E-Torx bits, pull these two studs out, and then lift the manifold out from the top. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay. This is a E7 Torx bit, and I'm gonna put a ratchet on this and pull it out. So after we pull these two studs out, the whole manifold should come straight out of the engine bay like that. Okay, so the intake manifold's out. I'm gonna start cleaning these. We could take a look. It's definitely gonna be a little difficult to see on camera. I'll post better pictures so you can see. They are pretty dirty. Yeah, I can't really. All right, so we got the intake manifold off. Now we can see inside the valves, see how dirty they are. So you can see this valve is open. It's definitely has a good amount of buildup. You can see, especially on that right valve. Taking a look at the second cylinder. That one's pretty bad too. The third cylinder. It's pretty bad. And then right there, you can see they're all pretty bad. But yeah, so this valve is open. It looks like these other three sides are closed. So what we're gonna do is tape off this front one, clean the other three, and then once we're done with that, crank the engine to rotate it, and then close these valves and clean these. Okay, so now I taped off the cylinder that is open, that the valves are open, and just taped off anything else. And now we can go ahead and start cleaning the dirty valves. So you're gonna want to put towels around like this area where there's gonna be stuff coming out. We're gonna use picks, different chemicals, brake clean, and a wet dry vac. So definitely help to clean them up. Okay, so I'm starting with the first set of valves right there. What I did, I sprayed the seafoam spray on it. I let it sit for a little bit, and then I bought a brush set at Harbor Freight. It comes with these nylon brushes and this drill attachment. So this helps to clean it good. So I'm gonna show you now. I'm gonna get this. So you can see, you just take this attachment. You can put it on the valves. And it just cleans it up. Okay, so I scrubbed and I let it soak. I scrubbed it and I used picks to get the big chunks off the valve stems. So you can see this is how it is right now. You can see there's a lot less buildup on the valve stems. So now what we're gonna do is you have to get a shop vacuum. It has to be wet dry. And what I did, I taped the vacuum line to it. So this is going to be used to suck out the carbon buildup in that's been soaking. Okay, I'm going to put this here, and then it's going to take out all the liquid. Alright, so after some time, you can see they look pretty clean. The bottoms could use a little more cleaning. Still don't want to catch focus. But you can see the stems are very clean. The bottom is a darker color than the actual stem. So although it looks dirty, it still is a little dirty, but it is a darker color, so they're not going to look like the top. But this one is relatively clean. I'll show you now. I'm going to do another run on this one. So what I've been doing is taking this seafoam spray. I just have a nozzle for it right here. So the seafoam spray has been doing a pretty good job at cleaning up the carbon. So what I'm doing is taking this and I'm spraying it in there. So I basically flood it with this. It's gonna bubble up and then it's gonna just go back to liquid pretty much. And you can let it sit for a little bit while you do the next one. But when it has this liquid, I take that drill attachment that I showed you before. I put it in there and I brush it, and it cleans it very well. So it just definitely takes a couple tries, and it is time consuming, but you can see how clean they are. So once I do these three, I'll take a video, compare it to this one and then the one that we haven't touched yet, and we should see a big difference. Okay, so these three valves are done. A little hard to see, but they're definitely very clean compared to before. I would say the results are almost as good as Walnut blasting. It's a little difficult to see with the light, but are pretty. Once you're ready to move on to the last valve, what you're gonna want to do is take brake clean, spray it on a rag, and clean the surface. And then you can tape it up. Okay, so once you clean the surface with brake clean, you want to really make sure to dry these out and get any last debris out before we tape it off. And then we can move on to this one. So we're gonna have to rotate the crank to open these valves and close this last one. So I'm gonna just blow these out really quick. Check, just making sure there's nothing in there. They look clean and dry. So this one's good. This one is good. And this one is also good. So the three are good. So now I can tape these three off and then open that one. So we got the three valves taped off. You can see this is the last one. You can see that they're open right now. So, and you can see the difference between the buildup. So this one has a lot of buildup compared to the ones we just cleaned. So what we're gonna do is crank the engine from the front of the motor on the crank. We're gonna turn it until these valves are closed, and then the rest of the valves should be open, but they're covered now. And once these are closed, we can start cleaning it. So next thing you want to do is go to your crankshaft pulley, and there should be a nut on there. In this case, on my car, it's a 21mm nut. And you're gonna rotate this clockwise. It shouldn't be too tough to turn. And have somebody on top check if when the valve closes, and then stop once it's closed. Okay, so you can see the valves are now closed. Now we can start cleaning. So what I'm gonna do first, there's a lot of big chunks, especially on the right one. I'm gonna use a screwdriver and knock that off first, blow it out with the compressor, then do the chemical soak. Okay, so see, I used the pick a little bit. And I just got off a lot of the big chunks. So now I'm gonna use a compressor to spray out all those bits, chunks of carbon that you see, and then I'll do the soaking method with the seat. Okay. So that's it after spraying with the compressor. So while you soak the valves in the seafoam, you can go ahead and clean your intake manifold. It shouldn't be as dirty, but you know, a little bit of brake clean will clean that right up. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now. I'm gonna just spray the brake clean in and wipe it with a towel. This might go through a couple towels, but I'll try to keep using the clean ones. That's pretty much it. And I'm going to use the clean throttle body. I'm going to use throttle body cleaner for that. I'm sure brake clean's probably fine, but should use the right cleaner for it. So I'm going to just spray this on a towel and wipe that down. Okay, so now that the valve has been soaking for a little bit, we're going to take out the liquid. I'm going to show you another way in case you don't have a compressor. What you can do is buy a plastic syringe like this and just hook up a little hose to it, and use a bottle to dump the fluid in. So what you can do is just take it and put it in the slot. Basically you just suck it out, similar to using the vacuum or the compressor, and you just pull it. Okay, so just from after I took out the seafoam, a little bit more scraping, you can see got a lot of it out. I'm gonna spray brake clean now just to clean up all the loose chunks. Then I'll vacuum that out and we'll take another look and we'll do another round of seafoam. So you can see this is how it looks after just some brake clean and then vacuuming it out. So it looks pretty good already. I'm gonna do another round of seafoam, scrape it, maybe use the brush set, and it should be pretty good to go. It's definitely the quickest method. Okay, so this was the last valve, set of valves. So you can see they're definitely a lot cleaner than we started with. So I did the same procedure as I just showed, and I made sure to give them a really good spray with the compressor. Make sure they're dry and all the loose particles, anything else is out. So now we're ready to throw the manifold back on. So now I'm gonna just spray out the intake manifold with the compressor just to make sure it's dry and clean. And I'm gonna take off that tape and throw it on with the new gasket. They're all set, all nice and clean. Ready to put the new manifold on. So now just clean this up. I'm gonna put it on with the new gasket, and then we just throw everything back on. So now the intake manifold is bolted back on. Now we just have to attach all the accessories. So you want to hook this up to the throttle body. The vacuum piece you want to put here. This goes on here. Clicks in like this. This plug runs here. Let's see. This map sensor goes right here. And you just have to hook up everything. And the tricky one is this bracket down here. Point to the screwdriver right here. There's a bolt that goes right in there. So that one a lot of people miss. And then right next to that is another slot for this bracket right here. This bracket runs down to there. So those two have to be hooked up.